The breakup of the Beatles was anything but peaceful. It was a dramatic unraveling of friendships, fueled by ego clashes, creative friction, and fractured trust that ultimately shattered the world's most beloved band. Behind the dazzling lights of Beatlemania, tensions had been quietly building. John Lennon's growing closeness with Yoko Ono disrupted the group's chemistry. Artistic visions began to diverge, and a fierce argument over Apple Records management, especially the choice of Allen Klein, backed by John, George, and Ringo, but opposed by Paul McCartney, drove a deeper wedge between them. The cracks were already on full display during the turbulent sessions for their 1968 White Album. What began as a celebration of their musical growth turned into a toxic battleground. Ringo Starr walked out temporarily, overwhelmed by the hostility. Paul would later reflect on how unbearable the atmosphere had become, and even John admitted that the band's eventual end could already be heard in that record. By September 1969, things had unraveled. With Abbey Road wrapped and the Get Back sessions shelved, John informed the others he wanted to leave, for good. He didn't just want out, he wanted a divorce. While Paul kept the news quiet, he quietly began crafting his solo debut, McCartney. Still, the band tried to hold on. Paul, George, and Ringo attempted to finalize Let It Be, even without John. They recorded I, Me, Mine and oversaw new mixes, but something was missing. The recordings felt hollow, incomplete, mirroring the fractured state of the band itself. In a final attempt to salvage the album, they brought in producer Phil Spector, known for his larger-than-life sound, and later, his controversial legacy. Spector reshaped the tracks, creating the Let It Be album that would accompany the film's release in May 1970. Meanwhile, Paul was preparing his exit. His solo album, McCartney, was slated for April, along with a statement confirming his departure from the Beatles. But the timing clashed with Let It Be, and Paul's refusal to work with Apple under Klein's management infuriated the others. In a last effort to delay his album, John, George, and Ringo sent Ringo to Paul's house, with a letter requesting he postpone the release. The visit ended in chaos. Paul, furious at what he saw as interference, erupted in anger and kicked Ringo out of his home. It was a symbolic end, the final blow to a partnership once built on harmony. The dream was over, and there would be no going back.